Hello students, welcome you all for the next session of grammar. Today we are going to learn about subject-verb agreement. When we have to frame sentences in a correct format, it is essential that our subject and the verb agree with each other. A subject-verb agreement tells us about the ways a subject will agree to its verb. Now in general sense, if you think about a subject-verb agreement, in the tenses, we find that according to the tense, the verb changes, according to the subject, it changes. If you observe, a singular subject always has a singular verb and a plural subject always has a plural verb. If you see these two examples, Simran is late today. Yes, Simran is a subject and is an verb. It is also known as auxiliary verb. This tells us that it is in the present tense, and as Simran is singular subject, we are using is a singular verb. If you see the second example, we are always happy. Now we here stands for a plural subject, hence our verb are is also in plural form. But there are some exceptions or there are some deviations to these rules. Let us see them. Now, if you consider simple present tense, we need to remember this, children, because we always make these errors or mistakes when we frame sentences while using simple present tense. Simple present tense talks about current things which are taking place now. It talks about all-time truth. It talks about things which is our general habit or which we are repeating again and again. Simple present uses two forms of verbs. First form is verbs with s and es, that is at the end of it we will be having like eat, eats, drink, drinks. So either we use s form of verb or es forms of verbs. Now s and es forms of verbs are normally used with he, she, it and third person singular. In grammar, he, she, it are termed to be chief guest. They always have special rules and special formats to be followed. Now, verbs without s and es forms are used with I, we, you, they and third person singular. So we have to always remember this basic rule whenever we frame sentences, because normally when we communicate we most probably use simple present tenses too. Now we'll go into the details where we find there are some deviations. Now first rule says two nouns or pronouns when joined by and takes a plural verb. Okay, Ram and Shyam go to the park. Now if I am saying only or talking only about Ram, I will say Ram goes to the park. I use s and es form of verb. But here because I am talking about Ram and Shyam, so I say Ram and Shyam go to the park. You and I have done this. Now here which is the verb? It is have. And what is the single form of have? It is has. I have done it, we use it, but we are using you and I, we are talking about two people. So I am using have. Another things, if you see a mannered person, whenever we talk to each other and when we are talking about two people, we should not use I first. We should always say you, we and I, they and I, you and I. It shouldn't be I first. So remember this, that is called as mannered sentences. Now when sometimes we say one of my friends stays in America, one of my friend does this, one of my things are very expensive. So such sort of sentences when we frame, that is when one of is used with plural noun, the verb after it is always singular. Now when I am using one of and then when I am using a verb after that, it has to be singular. Now see, one of my friends is sick. Now are all my friends sick? No, I am talking about only one of my friends. So here I am focusing about a person or only one friend of mine among, suppose if I have 5 friends, one of my friends is sick. Okay. One of the books was stolen. So only one book got stolen. Third rule, nouns that are connected by each and every take a singular verb with them. Now see, each boy was given a prize. Every day is a battle here. So each and every, when we use, we are talking about a single each person over there. So we are using as singular verbs that is was and is. Understood, children? You have to remember these rules. 2 nouns are connected by and but are meant for person or for one idea. Then the verb becomes singular. Like for example, sometimes there is a team, there is a group of people who are considered as one team. Okay, so for at that times we are going to use singular verbs. For example, time and tide waits for none. It doesn't wait for anybody. Time and tide are 2 different things, but here they are considered as one. So we are using, instead of wait, we are using waits. Understood, children? The principal and secretary, they are a single person, one person, because wherever the principal goes, the secretary has to accompany him for doing different activities which are related to noting down the details and all. So they are as a team. So the principal and secretary was not there. We don't use were not there. We use was not there. The fifth rule, when 2 subjects are joined by as well as, along with, together with, in addition to, then the verb agrees to the first subject. That is first subject, what it is. If a first subject is plural, verb will come plural. If the first subject is singular, the second subject will come, then the verb also comes singular. Now see, for example here, she as well as her friends is very pleasing. So she is very pleasing. He with his parents. Now parents is plural, but still I am talking about he. So I am using singular verb was.